Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am whatever you say I am. Anyway. Hold on. Yeah. Just going from Harrogate Road. What you do? Yeah. I am whatever you say I am. Yeah. No money because of Scottish Power, the bastards took all my money. So I'm left with nothing apart from potatoes and beans. Scottish Power, get in touch with me by post, like you were meant to do, and give me that 900 bar back. But I'm not bothered, because I've still got my freedom. It's only money in it, and I can eat, and my cat's got tuna. Anyway, I'm bored, and I said I wasn't going to do another upload about a week and a half ago, but I'm bored. I've got nothing else to do, have I? So, can't sleep. Anyway, hold on. City 2-1-0. Yeah. 91st minute equaliser. Anyway. You're probably bored of me talking. I don't know if I'll upload it to my Flippy Floppy Flop on my YouTube. Who knows? But rather than me talk, let's get someone else on to talk for a change. You ready? Let's do it. Always something goes wrong for me. Look, my collar ain't even right. Scuffy white shirt, been working in garden. Now I started in February this year, but because someone put a hurty complaint in against me, on March the 11th, he was hurt because I told the truth. So I had to put my garden on hold, and it's now August, yeah. So now I'm starting on my garden again, thanks to the help of my friend Philip Brown, who used to work for council. He came down and out, second time in a few days. God bless you, Philip. Thank you. And to you, that put in the Haiti complaint and got me arrested, and I've found out now where the resuscitation ward is, because when I was arrested, I went into AFib for the first time since I were last in the BRI in 2021, when I were on the resuscitation table. So when I got arrested on March the 11th, because I was going into AFib at the police station, yeah, I went into AFib, so the police had to take me up to the BRI because the doctor-nurse thing at Trafalgar Square said you're going into AFib, you need to go to hospital. First time, but at least while I was there, I found out that there is a resuscitation table, not a resuscitation ward, and they pointed it out to me. I thought, well, at least I know where that is now, where I was in 2021. Yeah. So, Mr. Whoever you are, you're deceiving, aren't you? Are you happy you've got my family? You've got none of them, because do you know my Uncle Wilfred, who lives in London, and his son Louis, and my Auntie Joe, my Auntie Joan, King at Nicholson's, are you? You don't know them, do you? You don't know the Nicholsons, do you? We are God-fearing Christians. Is me dad a racist? Because they're in British Army? Eh? Is it? I don't know. You tell me. You think I'm a racist? You're the only one that has ever said I'm a racist in my entire life. So if you've said, last week, I came out my front door, I was walking down Stock Terrace to Harrogate Road, and this car pulled up with an Asian inside and a white lad, and they shouted through the window, you racist, whatever. And I said, you what? And this white lad, this plump lad, started getting out of the car, said, come on, have a go then. And I thought, I'll kick that door shut on you. I said, why are you calling me a racist? He said, do you know that sad IQ man? Yeah. I said, well, go tell him. Right, and they're coming to my door. I went out of my front door, that door there, walking down the road to go to a Lithuanian shop. And he pulled up. Oh, he didn't pull up, he just drove past. And the guy in passenger seat rolled down the window and said, you racist B-A-S-T, or as my mum would say, a racist bastardo. I said, you what? So come and tell me to my face, get out of the car. And he went to get out. I said, come on then. I put my Lithuanian, my beer down. I said, come on then. And he opened the door and I thought, come on. I can boot that door shut. But it wasn't his car. So I did. But he got back in the car and drove off. So I went and got my beer. So I told the police that people are driving past my house. Yeah. And luckily I went out just after I went out first in my front door. And I was walking along Hutton Terrace, turned left, going down the steep bit of the hill, and it was a white car, drove past and went, you racist bastardo. So you what? Get out! And he knew sad IQ car. It's all piling up in it. And there were witnesses there that saw it. So anyway, I ain't getting angry. I'm just happy that I'm free. I might not have no money. I might not have no friends. I might not have I do have family that you don't know about. So the Asian driver that were driving this white lad around, what we're doing, knocking on heads as you call it. Knocking on heads, dropping off, yeah? So obviously works for someone that knows that sad IQ guy. Because they wouldn't have called me a racist otherwise, would they? Anyway, I wasn't going to go on about this, but do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? As the Oasis one song. Do you know what I mean? No, you won't, will you? But I do. And a lot of people do that resonate with me. Just a white, scruffy shite, me are. Yeah, but anyway, I'm not going to go on about that because I don't give two flipping heads about it. Do I? No. What I do care about is liars. Liars that are telling lies about me. Now, in February, March, I was starting to look for jobs, mate. You know, back in care industry, because I'm feeling all right. And I put on a post about Saki Khan. It's on me at YouTube. Is Chicky being too honest or just honest? So I was starting to look for jobs, but on September 12th, when I have to answer bail, and they say they're going to put, family, are you going to go to court? Because you'll have to, ha. And that includes all those that sack IQ Khan. So I can't get in touch with my family because you're all witnesses for them. Because my bail conditions say, do not get in touch with blah, 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 or any witnesses that said IQ might bring forward. So I can't get in touch with Debbie, Joanne, Shawnee, and the rest of you, because that'd be intimidating the witnesses, would it? My family, because there you are. If you read the allegations, which you're going to have to do if it goes to court, so I can't go down and see my sisters, all three. I won't say the partners, because the bail conditions are do not get in contact or indirect contact with any of the witnesses that he might use. So I can't get in touch with my sisters. No one can, and you can't get in touch with me. Because then I could get done, because if I answer back to you, if you came to my house or you sent me a message, which I doubt it, if I answered back, that's me getting in touch with you indirectly, innit? So I hope you've liked the hole that you've built for yourself. And I hope you like your replacement brother. And do you know what else, right? I was at my mum's no word of lie this, fact. And she said, look at this. This was about January, February. Yeah, and she said, look, what Sad IQ's been texting me. You're like a mummy to me. I love you loads. Mummy. They were calling my mum mummy, and my mum showed me it. And she went, and I went, eh? She went, I don't know. But that's what you were sending my mum in January, February, Mr. Sad IQ. I love you, mummy. You're like a mummy to me. But she's not your mummy. And she ain't even my mummy. She's my mum. Well, she was until you started interfering with my family. Yeah? Anyway.
You don't speak to impress. You exist to expose. And now they're panicking because you didn't crumble. You didn't crack. You didn't
Thank you, Philip.
permission to rise. You just
God bless Malcolm. Up above the stars.
normal. Because normal would have died back there. They watched you go through things that should have killed every bit of joy, every dream, every atom of belief in your soul. But instead, you stepped out with more depth, more strength, more silence, and silence. Silence terrifies weak people because they can't measure your wrath. They don't know what you're plotting. They don't know if you forgave them or if you're just waiting for the right second to flip the whole game board on its face. You're not magical. You're just real in a world addicted to fake. They think it's powers. No, it's pain, refined into focus. It's betrayal, cooked into resilience. It's loneliness, melted into purpose. It's tears that never got to fall, words you never got to scream, and nights that almost ended it all sitting beneath your skin, waiting for the right moment to explode into greatness. That's the magic they feel. That's the thing they can't touch. That's the part of you they'll never access. Because while they were out chasing validation, you were surviving annihilation. Your existence is a reminder that something bigger is walking among them. They try to box you up, make you explain, make you tone it down. But every time you speak, the room warps. Every time you move, it feels like prophecy. Every time you show up, it's like the universe leans forward just to watch you breathe. That's not charisma. That's not luck. That's design. Let me tell you what's really got 'em shaken. It ain't just what you do. It's what you don't do anymore. You don't flinch. You don't apologize for breathing too loud. You don't beg for crumbs from people who ain't even got a seat at your table. You don't chase closure. You close doors. And that's the part they can't handle. Because once you were the quiet one, the soft one, the one always wondering if you were too much or not enough. Invisible. Now they see you, and they can't unsee you. You shift the atmosphere without trying to. You don't even have to speak. You walk in, and the air gets dense. People fidget, eyes lock, smirks drop. Because deep down, every cell in their body recognizes power when it enters the room. Not the fake kind, not the staged, filtered social media highlight real type. The raw kind. The I've been dragged through fire and came out glowing kind. The I died and came back worse kind. The kind you only earn in pain's laboratory. You are the tension. You are the pressure. You are the reason the energy changed. They don't say it out loud, but trust me, they all feel it. You ain't human in their eyes. Because you keep doing inhuman things.
Lighter?
You forgave when you had every right to destroy.
Death care.
You accepted being broken past breaking. You trusted again when trust should have been extinct in your bones. You built in silence while they danced on your downfall. You smiled. After hell, that smile. It wasn't kindness, it was a warning. Because nobody walks out of that kind of fire intact. Unless they never needed saving in the first place. Unless they were forged to burn right through it. You're not intimidating. You're just the mirror they've been avoiding. You don't scare them because you're evil or too much.
Because I'm too full.
You scare them because you show them exactly what they'll never become. You remind them that comfort is a cage, that pretending is a disease, that power doesn't come from followers, it comes from scars. And most of them ain't ready for that conversation. They call you intense. They call you different. They call you arrogant. But it ain't arrogance if it's true. You got that alien energy. That unexplained frequency.
T for truth.
It's not just your survival. It's how you thrived after the betrayal. It's how you laughed through the breakdown. It's how you kept walking when your world was in ash. Your knees were shaking. Your lungs full of grief. But you still moved. And when you moved, the earth listened. They don't know how to process that. So instead they slap words on you like too deep, too cold, too intense. No, you just operate in a different dimension now. They watch you like you're a living god, and maybe you are. Maybe you are the story passed down in silence. The one they didn't believe until they saw it with their own eyes. You ain't here to be liked. You're here to be remembered. You're here to make timelines bend. You're here to shake the DNA of anyone who stands too close. And deep down, they know it. That's why they can't stop staring. They're watching a being that shouldn't exist.
Truth.
A force that broke every rule and
Smashing
still
it.
walked away
Because the truth
untouchable.
deserves it.
Let them watch. Let them whisper. Let them wonder. They think you got magic? Good. Let them. Let us dig into
I ain't got magic, I've got truth.
dimensions they don't
You call that magic? Good.
Let them sweat while you rewrite the blueprint with hands made of vengeance and grace. Let them study you like a glitch in the simulation, because you are. You're the proof that darkness can bloom, that can glow, that speak louder than screams. You're what happens when the villain refuses to die, and instead becomes legend. You want to know what's really driving them mad? It's not just the aura, not just the mystery, it's the results. See, if you were just weird, they could laugh. If you were just loud, they could mock. If you were just different, they could ignore. But you're all that and still winning. And that's what sends chills down their mediocre little spines. Because now, you're a threat wrapped in elegance. You're chaos that learned to walk in rhythm. You're the storm they thought would swallow itself. But instead, you learned how to direct lightning. They thought you'd self-destruct, but you self-designed. They waited for you to break. Watched like vultures circling your silence. They were taking bets on when you'd finally fall apart. But you didn't break. You morphed. And what you became, it wasn't human. It was something else. Something that don't flinch at flames. Something that don't need saving. Something that don't blink when the chaos screams back. You didn't just survive the worst chapters. You rewrote the damn book. And
All these migrant hotels, yeah? Me and Bazoo